and I might die. Trauma. Thanks, Mom and Dad. If you're your mom and dad, please click off this video. This video you're not gonna like seeing. This is free therapy for me. Good morning, vloggy. I got a new camera. Been working on my schedule, my sleep schedule. It's been getting a little better. Just had my coffee, have a candle burning, was reading this book called Beyond Shame. Talking about repression, purity culture, and, how that might not be good for people. Who would have known? Repressing a major part of who a person is might not be good for them and might show up in very toxic ways. Wow. Logic. And this book has so many correlations to how I was raised. And it's really sad because I'm encountering all this stuff and I'm looking back and just thinking, if I had a child, the stuff that I was exposed to and a lot of children are exposed to is just really messed up. I don't know if you're familiar, but there's this thing called Vacation Bible School, or even Sunday school, for instance, which starts out being fun and entertaining for children. I want to clarify or preface this by saying I don't think these people are inherently bad. I think their intentions are good, but that doesn't really matter. It's important to talk about these things, and now it's really weird because you can't really talk too much about religion or the harms that it does. It's almost been whitewashed to be just this good thing, and if you talk about maybe the cons, people just can't take it, and it's oh well. But anyway, he's recalling his experience with Bible school. It starts out being, you get pumped up with sugar and candy and you hang out with your friends, and so it's a lot more fun than your typical Sunday school experience. But then it's followed by preaching or the good news, which in my opinion shouldn't be shared with children. That just goes to show you how detached they are from the actual story. I don't even think these people believe it, to be honest, because I was 4 when I first heard about this, maybe 3 actually. I was in Sunday school. This one guy that was back from college preached to all of us as little toddlers, barely able to even communicate or use the bathroom properly at this point. And we were yelled at and told we were going to hell, and that the only way to get past that is to pray. The sharing of the gospel usually followed by a simple trajectory. You're a terrible person and nothing you can ever do will change that. But that's okay because Jesus was brutally murdered. Then he came back to life. What a guy. So now all you need to do is admit that you're an unlovable piece of shit. Bleep that out, editor. Accept Jesus into your heart by praying a 3-sentence prayer, which this guy got lucky. I don't think I ever heard a 3-sentence prayer. I can't even think of what the 3-sentence prayer would have been. There was this also this thing, if we're just gonna go into our traumas about religion, called the Lord's Supper, that started when I was pretty young. It was something that all the adults did, but that the children could be included in as well. And pretty much what it is they read this passage of scripture about how God gave his disciples bread and wine, but it's not wine. We didn't believe in drinking, so it was unfermented bread, which means unleavened bread, or I feel I'm using all the Bible terms, bruh. It got deep into my psyche. Bread that hadn't risen, bread without yeast, if I'm not mistaken. I'll do a little fact check. Grape juice, and they would put in these little cups, and they had these special. I'm gonna insert a picture. This is crazy. It's such an immersive experience that I'm they don't charge an entrance fee, which I guess technically tithe is your entrance fee. Bruh. There's these plates with holes in it that would hold the little tiny cups. And they had pews that also had the little cup holders in it, so that once you took the Lord's Supper, you had a place to put your cup. This was deep. And the pastor would read a script, pretty much, of a scripture more so, of the Bible, talking about how if you take of the Lord's Supper unworthily, that you could get sick or even die. They believed that this was a symbolism of the Lord's body and blood, the bread and the wine. Taking it unworthily could possibly kill you. Okay, that's the context. But unworthily is such a wide variety of things You could feel the energy shift when, like, you got to church and you realize, oh crap, the Lord's Supper's happening today. Crap, I have to think of, like, everything I might have done wrong in the last year plus and confess it right now. Otherwise, I might be unworthy and I might die. As, like, a 6-year-old. Trauma. Thanks, Mom and Dad. If you're a mom and dad, please click off this video. This video you're not going to like seeing. This is free therapy for me. So I was like a 6-year-old. I would be like sweating in my pew. You know, I'm scared as hell. Am I gonna die? You know, myself physically ill, thinking, oh shit, like I'm gonna die if I take this unworthily. And mind you, like they're also, they call them ushers. It's people that like will bring the plates around for you to take, and they're normally people in power at the church. Like they're watching you to see if you're taking it, because if you don't take it, they view you as like, oh, they're dealing with some stuff, and that can affect whether you get positions of power in this religion. So you're damned if you do, essentially damned if you don't. Like if you don't take it, they're judging you. If you do, you think you're dying and you're like 6 and you're like, what did I do? This is slowly turning into a life story. Then it got progressively worse for me as I struggled with my sexuality, which is where this book comes in. Okay, the way I was raised, you were not allowed to be with the opposite sex at all. Which as a bi person, I didn't realize it at the time, but that was A-okay with me. Worked out fine. The repression was real, and there's just a lot of correlations in this book that I felt like, even in the first chapter, it's just been pretty therapeutic to read. I don't know what this video is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a vlog or what, or if I even produce this. So, catch you up whenever I'm on to my next thing.